Alright, so for this one, I'm just going to be doing a little bit of a kind of walkthrough of my game. It's my fourth preseason game. I played right centre back this game. Yeah, I played right back twice during the preseason, and this is my fourth game. So I think I'll be alternating between maybe those two kind of positions throughout the season, but we'll see. But for this game, I played centre back. So this play here, I'm just tucking over just a little bit slightly. My partner centre half is obviously trying to put pressure on one of them, so I'm just kind of coming over just slightly. I think nothing really happens too much, but again, when you're working with a centre back partnership, it's also being a little bit close to them, almost acting like a sweeper, just in case anything does happen and you're there just to sort of pick up. This bit here, ball's kind of bouncing. I managed to just kind of clip it over and then sort of play it forward just to any teammate. I can't remember if it wasn't directly a pass, but it was sort of into just that sort of frontward area. And then I managed to win a header there again, just sort of heading it in front of me, just into an area where, there's going to be sort of teammates to pick up the sort of scraps. So in this one here, I just kind of step forward, maybe just asking for a ball just as a little option. But obviously, I don't get it, but it's always good to sort of get yourself into little pockets of space. I can see this one here, the guy's just winding up his foot. I see he plays a long ball, managed to sort of track it. Again, headed it back into sort of an area where I know potentially there's going to be teammates there to sort of pick up the loose balls. Does manage to get it, goes back to me, manages to retain possession there again. For this one again, just dropping back, just sort of sweeping just in case my teammates miss it, and then I'm there. Again, working over the balls, going over to the right hand area, so I'm just working over. He slips there, but managed to just get a shot off. But, again, it was nothing too dangerous. And I had one, I think it was my right back there, was kind of near him, so, yeah, all good. Again, for this one, I'm seeing he's sort of coming, he's looking up, and then again, just sort of winds his foot. I track back, but I think I done it just a little bit too late. It just clips over me, but thankfully didn't get it. However, in this area here, I kind of stepped into the left, thinking he was going to sort of cut inside. And I left a massive gap on the right, and he just sort of cut outwards, into sort of my goal side and managed to get a crossing, which again was my fault. I should have obviously only protected my goal side. If anything, I should have just sort of stayed, behind him, had the hand on him, and sort of stayed there because he wasn't necessarily really going to go anywhere. If anything, I sort of gave him that opportunity to cut outwards and then, kind of get that crossing. And then there, as we see, we score, a kind of scrappy goal. It was quite a lucky one. But, obviously we'll take it. In this sort of play here, it's on the left, so that's my left centre back there picking it up. Again, I'm just sitting the deepest just as an option, or in case my left back or my left centre back kind of miss it and I'm there again, just sort of sweeping up. They managed to get the ball here, and again, I'm sort of looking at the guy on my right, trying to slow down the play a little bit. The ball gets kind of played out, managed to sort of delay it a little bit, and it gets kind of clipped over. And I think that's kind of like one of the main things is maybe as a centre half is to sort of, delay your attacker, especially if you're coming in a one-on-one. Or even in this position right here, how can you delay him? I'm last man here. How can I delay? How can I make him slow? How can I make him sort of make the wrong decision? And again, he kind of shoots from, kind of further out. So in a way, I could have got a little bit tight, could have maybe won it, but I think in that sort of instance there, I think I've done well with just sort of delaying, slowing him down. This one here, the ball starts from the other side. I'm at the other end, kind of stay wide, offers a space. I get the ball, I look up, carry it forward, and I find a little pass sort of in behind. It was a great tackle by one of their defenders there in the box as well. It was a really good tackle. But yeah, a little good pass over the top. Sort of like long ball gets played and I see it and I just managed to step out in front. Again, first touch not great. I managed to just get my body. I think it was my chest or sort of my stomach area. Bounces in front, but then had my centre mid, my sort of teammate to kind of just pick it up. But yeah, sort of like reading it in front, the guy with the ball, it's about kind of reading, like, what sort of messages is he giving you? Is he winding his foot back? Is he looking up? And then, you can sort of tell he's going to play sort of a long ball. So the same again there. I'll bring it down. That's simple passing. It's just kind of about reading, the guy who has the ball. Then unfortunately, as you can see there, I played a first time pass thinking it was on. It wasn't on at all, that one there should have just took a touch, had time. Could have put it relaxed. So it's another one there. When you've got the time, use the time, especially if you're in your own half. I think that's something for me as well. If I'm on my own half and I've got time, it's to use it. I don't want to lose the ball in my own half, especially as a centre back and you're kind of one of the last ones in your defence. You don't want to be that guy to lose possession. It'll be very sort of costly for your team. That one there, I managed to do a wee split pass in between into the centre mid, and he goes out to the other side where there seems to be a little bit more space. That was a good one. Ball gets played back out to me again. And again, just play it easy, just play it back. Didn't really see anything forward, didn't really check my shoulder, I don't think, at that time. So yeah, I think at times in the game like this, it's just about keeping the ball, keep it moving. Let your sort of teammates do a bit of movement, sort of drag them out. And sort of those kind of pockets will kind of open up. That bit there, I managed to just clip it over and it goes out for a corner. This one here, the ball gets kind of cleared and I just managed to watch the bounce and I just cleared it first time. I'm getting pressured. Don't think there's really anyone on at the time, so just get it away. Yeah, this one here, I managed to get a ball, just a wee bit of loose one in behind. And again, check my shoulder, keep it simple, and I managed to play just a wee bit of a sort of long ball into the centre mid, but I think he just miscontrols it. It was a hard one, it was bouncing as well, but sort of trying to get it into that area. This one here is a really good example of like reading your opponent. So look, he's rolling at the ball, he's rolling, he's looking, and just there, then managed to get in front, but I hesitate just that tiny bit. That's something there that I probably should have just committed fully. I wasn't the last one there, and I think I had the other centre back and my right back so close to me. That there I definitely should have committed fully. Got the ball wide out here, and I think this one where I clipped the ball over. Yeah, managed to find my striker there. He takes a brilliant touch there, really good touch, and then he just gets tackled there at the end. This one here is I think it's a throw in, and I managed to just I think it was a knee. Managed to get back in centre mid, and it goes. We win a corner right after that. Kind of goes right over, gets cleared. The ball's getting kind of played out, and I'm still kind of in there in the box, just kind of lurking a little bit. I'm kind of looking, check my shoulder. Ball gets played in, and again, first touch lets me down, but the ref blows it for offside. But I'm convinced I wasn't. But at the end, it doesn't really matter. My first touch again just let me down a little bit there. We're attacking here, just managed to lose it. I think it's our left back there, so just a 2v1 here, so I just drop a little bit again as an angle. Managed to get the ball, I think I just play it forward to my centre mid. Yeah, just keep it nice and simple, easy again. Again, this one here, I'm looking at him, and again, just sort of winds his foot. And before he winds his feet, you can kind of see by his body language what he's going to do. And again, I was dropping there early. You can kind of tell he was going to sort of play a long ball. And it's just, again, about reading the guy that has the ball. He's going to give you almost 1,000 pictures. He's going to tell you exactly what he's going to do. Here we kind of play out. Managed to, show wide and play first time into the centre mid. And then again there, I just kind of leave it there for my teammate. He had the ball that he asked for, so just let him kind of take it forward. Receive it here. Just pop it there in the middle. Get it back. Give it back to him here. I don't think I really needed to give him it there. He was really close to me, and he just kind of loses control there in that middle bit. Put a little bit of pressure there. But I think that extra pass that I sort of gave it to him was right in front of me. Kind of wasn't needed. I probably should have just opened it, played back to the keeper, or played it further out. Maybe even look up for a long ball. But I think playing that short ball right onto him maybe kind of caught him off guard a little bit. And then he tried to, play it to the left, and it, kind of just cut us off a little bit there. So this one here, they managed to get like a little bit of a counter. Our left back sort of commits, and again, it's almost like a 3v2, 2v2, and again, I'm trying to delay, trying to slow down. Managed to stick a foot, and I just managed to just get my foot on it as he was kind of shooting. And my goalkeeper picks up. So that was probably a really good example there of kind of slowing down the attacker, slowing it down, and taking advantage of maybe perhaps a bad touch they take, or a little bit of touching forward where you can just sort of nip your foot in. Again, another example here. If you're really switched on and you're really looking at the guy who has the ball, he'll almost tell you what he's going to do. Even the arm gesture there, boom, centre half. I'm tight to him, but my other centre half just gets in front and manages to get the ball. So again, that's both of us there, sort of looking, what he's going to do. The guy that has the ball, he's basically telling you what he's going to do. He's literally giving you all the messages, and it's just about you reading that and reacting to it right away. So when your long ball gets played, and I'm just dropping back, managed to just sort of bring it down and play an easy pass to the other side where where there's going to be there's going to be a bit of space. And then with that, the left back plays a long ball, and the striker managed to just get in front, and we get a wee goal there. So your ball gets played to me nice and short. I sort of quickly just give it back, tell him to turn, and just play out. Just over a throw in. Just goes over me there. Just heads it back to me again. I just clear it instantly. I can feel one of the strikers on my back. So there's no reason to sort of do anything too much. Just get it away first time. Ball gets kind of played, and again I'm coming in slowly, but I'm watching the guy behind me. Again, can I delay? Can I make it? Can I make it? Can I make him think twice? Can I make him perhaps make a mistake? But I think this is where they score. Yeah, they score here, and that's me on the ground going up for the header. I think I missed it completely, or I got towered over by one of them. Can't remember too much, but they scored. Wasn't really my man because I was meant to be doing zonal, but yeah, it happens, This one was just straight after kick-off from the goal conceded. I tried to play a first-time pass. Again, didn't really need to play that pass first time. We just positioned the ball and managed to just get a shot, but gets blocked. That wasn't probably a great sort of decision, especially after we just conceded. Keep the ball again, keep it nice and short. But yeah, nothing to happen too much. But it's just sort of about thinking more to myself. Keep the ball, keep it simple, especially after conceding a goal. So the last thing you want to do is just give the ball right away again. Here, key goalkeeper plays it short. I managed to find just a wee clip ball to our winger. Here the ball just gets played backwards to me. Again, don't see too much head. Just play it back simple to the goalkeeper. And he just, plays it long. This one here gets like a low driven pass. I managed to just get in front of the striker here, play a sort of little pass into the centre mid. And yeah, again there, I'm just sort of reading again what could possibly happen. It's almost, you almost want to think is the what ifs, what if that pass does get put to the striker mark in front of me? Can I get in front of him? Can I sort of get to that ball first? Again, this one, reading him, he's taking touches forward. I know he's going to play it over the top, and he ends up being offside. So yeah, sort of read the line there, kind of read what was going to happen. Pretty straightforward. Again, this one, simple, he's going to play the ball over the top because he's telling me basically. Managed to win the header. Not the best of headers. Ideally, I kind of want to header it back into their sort of area, but I think it just hits off the sort of side of my head and it goes to the left-hand side. Here again, slowing, delaying. Probably could have committed a little bit more, especially with my centre-half and left-back being there with the other one striker. And they managed to sort of get a shot on target. Tries to take me on and I managed to just get my foot over and then it goes for a throw. So again, just delaying, putting pressure when it needs to, and that was kind of the end of it. Now this year is obviously the second half. This one here, I'm kind of conscious about the guy on my left. He goes over wide. Kind of just stand in the middle, maybe taking that, can maybe block the shot, do the keeper a favour, but maybe if I stepped a little bit earlier, sort of, take that shot on and, kind of do the goalkeeper a favour, maybe not having to dive, etc. But yeah, goes out for a goal kick. I receive it here, kind of play it short, get a wee bit of passage to play there, right back, lose it just slightly again. I step forward, and here, try to delay, and managed to just win it, but I think he then clips it over again. Bit disappointed in that there, considering I won it, and I could have sort of played it short to my teammates again, but I think during that time I didn't really have anyone in front of me and I wanted to find a pass in front when, probably should just played it, to back to the goalie if anything, or just go long, just sort of clear it. But yeah, these sort of things can happen in the moment. Here, I kind of just get, I think it's a little bit turned and I miss it slightly, and then my right back there kind of clears it up for me. Kind of soups for me there. Your ball gets played long, gets a bit of a mistouch from my teammate there. I managed to just step forward and just play short again, keeping it simple, doing what I can see. Here for my goal kick, I kind of see it's coming over to my side. Managed to just get in front there, kind of do like a little body check, and he just touches it. Now, obviously, we win a throw in there. This one here, I committed a bit early. I think I think I should have stayed back a little bit, because then it was I left my sort of sitting back there with a sort of a 2v1. We kind of I kind of left him for dead a little bit. I should have just continued the delay. Wait for maybe my winger or my right back. Yeah, I think me sort of committing there was probably definitely the wrong move to take in that sort of area. This one, our keeper does a really good save. Going out to my right back, he plays it. Centre mid plays it to me, a little bit long. Right back to the keeper, he plays it to me. And I managed to find a pass into I think it was my other centre back or centre mid. So again, a bit better there, a bit more composed. We kept the ball away there under pressure. I think we ended up going to a decent wee counter attack. Let's find out. Yeah, this is a good finish here. Boom. Nice. Yeah, really good finish there. And that comes from the little 3-4 passes at the back. Keeping the ball well. Not just shelling it. Really thinking about what is it you want to do. How you want to play and sort of demand for the ball, and kind of being a bit brave in those sort of areas. And I think that's a little bit like that. We managed to get the goal, so that's exactly kind of what we want. Again here, dropping back, finding what there is. Go to my right back. He just loses it there, managed to get a throw in. Here I see their left back kind of driving forward, plays a ball, and I managed to just get in front. Again, I'm just reading it there. I kind of thought my right back was going to get it, but again, it's just about reacting. What if he doesn't get it? It's almost, I think as a centre back, I think you're always kind of thinking the worst. What is the worst thing that can happen? What if he doesn't get it? What if my teammate kind of misses that? What if my right back, what if the ball goes under his foot? You can, in a sense, can't rely on them that much in that sort of sense. You can just think about the worst and just be there covering. And again, a wee bit tight there, and I kind of just seek it out here for a throw in. Here, I think it goes up for a throw in. I get played it. I think I just, not great that. Not good. I wasn't even prepared to receive it. I think my body shape was a bit wrong. By the time I took a touch, which wasn't great, I was getting pressured. I just tried to sort of play it down the line, but yeah, that was not good. Should have dropped maybe a little bit earlier. Took my time, took a touch. Here, kind of receive it back, give it back to him, because I played it through the gap there. Again, nice bit of play there. So that's kind of what I wanted to do before, but obviously I just wasn't, sort of prepared. My body language was off, and my balance was definitely off on that one as well. This one here again, I'm sort of looking, as he's stepping forward, I'm guessing he's going to play long, and he does. Again, step in front, headed it into a certain area. Headed it into one of the oppositions. Not ideal, but again, it's just about winning that header and getting into that area where, potentially your teammates are going to be. And, he ends up by just stopping the play there, goes out for a free kick and stops the play. This one, I get a bit tight. Again, I slowly kind of get turned there a little bit again. And I just obviously have to go to the ground there. I don't want to take any chances. Didn't sort of win it that first and second time. And that third time, just go to the ground, just get it out. But here, I think my centre mid just wins it. I just, give it short to my right back. He then plays it long. I think we kind of lose it here. I think this is here where we kind of concede a penalty. Their striker here does well against me. I think the right back kind of clips it between the both of us. Gets in the box here. I think this bit here is where I'm pretty sure he was. I thought he was offside. Ref wasn't, but again, goalkeeper kind of came out, tried to sort of clean the job up for us, but ends up giving away a penalty and they score. I think in that area there, potentially, it's about me and my right back obviously not potentially getting beaten, not letting it go through the middle. It's anything about showing the winger to go wide all the time and not letting him cut inside. So, potentially it's probably me and him that kind of took the blame for that. It's about showing him wide all the time and not letting that happen at all, not letting him cut inside. Here, a pass gets played in the middle, and I should have committed maybe a little bit earlier. My pass gets played out wide, and the keeper does well coming out there. Just kind of saves us there. Here again, the ball kind of gets played forward. You kind of see what's happening. It gets played long, and I win the header. Play it to my teammates. Here, the right back just misses it. And again, slowing down the striker, and he just sort of, don't know, it's probably obviously a cross, and he just kind of mishit it. Yeah, this bit here again. Play it nice and easy. Simple, keeping the ball like I was doing before. Get it short from the keeper here again. Play it out wide. Again here, reading the body language, reading what he's going to do. I know he's going to play it long. And managed to just step onto it, and again, just head into that sort of area where my teammates are. And we end up losing the ball here. Ball gets kind of played forward, and I just step in. You know, I stick a wee little lazy little leg out, but I should have just been a lot tighter. Should have just committed fully again. Especially, you know, when it's, you know, outside of my area of the box, we wait further out. That's kind of areas where, you know, I should be committing, should be getting tight, should be at least touching, you know, the sort of opposition. Managed to get in front of the striker here. You know, because he ends up tripping me, but end up winning a foul. One of our centre mids here gets the ball, kind of finds me, but it's a little bit short. Get a bit of pressure, so I just play it long. Didn't really want to risk it. Could have played it to my keeper potentially, but just thought it was best to just kind of play it long there. Ball gets played long here. Again, getting pressured. Just play it long. Don't want to take any chances again, especially in these kind of moments of the game where I think it's kind of the end sort of moments of the game. Ball gets played long. My first touch there again, let me down just a little bit, and just got to go to ground there again, just because I don't think I was going to get the ball there. Just to sort of stop playing, just, you know, start it again. This way here, receive it. Back to the keeper, don't have time to open up. He plays it back out. And again, just keeping it simple again. I think this physical play is kind of similar to kind of what happened you know, in the early stages of the game. Play to my right back, he plays it inside. This one here, he's kind of coming close to me. Managed to just sort of stand my ground, get a wee deflection. Gets blocked off. Here again, we're going short. Gets played to me. Open my body, but I just play long because I haven't got pressure. My right back's a bit pressured. Here, managed to, ball just goes over me, just clips over the back of my head. I get sort of bars there. Managed to just flick it over, recover over his foot. Right back then plays long. And yeah, that's kind of the end of the game there. Yeah, not maybe not the most exciting game, but I think taking away from me from my own performance, I think, kind of thinking back, it'd probably just be, you know, keep the ball, you know, try to be the one of the players in my team that don't ever kind of lose the ball, especially in my own half. I think I've done well with, you know, sort of reading the game a little bit, you know, trying to get in front, winning the headers. I think for maybe next time as well is to sort of think about, you know, committing, you know, when I do commit, just to go fully, you know. I think once you think about committing and you go, and then you think halfway there, you know, I'm not going to go, you know, you're kind of just left there in like no man's land and you're no good to anyone. So I feel like when you're going to commit, just, you know, just fully go for 100%. You know, there's no point of even just sticking a wee leg out and hoping for the best. You know, if you're going to commit, go right for it, you know. So I think that's something for me that I'll probably be thinking about, just because there was you know, 2-3 times there where I think I kind of went half-arsed or halfway, you know, and I've kind of, you know, in a sense, kind of backed out kind of right at the end when, you know, I should just be going right through it. But yeah, that's kind of my performance. I'm gonna try to do these maybe as much as I can, you know, if my games are filmed. But yeah, hope you guys have enjoyed it. If you do, let me know. Yeah, thanks for watching.